Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man, and we got breaking news. So it seems like the Houston Police Department have a person of interest, and it seems like that person that they're looking for is an affiliate of the Migos. Now, according to reports, an affiliate of the Migos, or someone close to Takeoff and Quavo, that's seen in a new video that was released clutching a weapon, is now a person of interest. So they're looking for him because they want to question him, they want to go ahead and run those ballistic tests, and they want to see if he was involved in the murder of Takeoff. Now, according to reports, new video evidence has surfaced that shows a man clutching a weapon, and they need to talk to that person. This person is also spotted in the video standing next to Takeoff and next to Quavo. And the person that they're pointing out in the video can be seen earlier that day with Quavo cruising around Houston in a car. Also, that same Migos affiliate is seen with Quavo numerous times throughout these videos. So it's said that that person is a Migos affiliate by the name of Migo Bands. Now, Migo Bands is a rapper, and he's also one of Quavo's right-hand men. You can see him in numerous videos walking with Quavo and acting as his security. Right now, Migo Bands is a person of interest, but is it possible that Migo Bands went rogue and ended up shooting one of the people he was supposed to be protecting? Now, before we get to the specifics and talk about what the police are looking for and how they're reaching out to the community and trying to solve this case, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Houston police are starting to reach out to the local community to try to get some information about what went down when Takeoff lost his life. Now, Takeoff is 1/3 of the group Migos, a Grammy-nominated superstar collective made up of 3 members that are all family members. So needless to say, when one of the members, Takeoff, lost his life yesterday morning, it sent a shockwave throughout hip-hop, and it also shocked the local community in Houston. Now, Houston, Texas PD have been reaching out to the community to try to solve this case. So let's look at this video where they talk about what they have in the details so far.
4 a.m. of a shooting just occurred at the 810 billiard factory and billiard and bowling alley. From there, we were notified that there was a single male who was shot and pronounced deceased on the scene on the 3rd level outside, just outside the front door. We were also informed that 2 other individuals had reported themselves by personal vehicle to local area hospitals on their own. Both of them with non-life-threatening injuries, but a 23-year-old male and a 24-year-old female. Like I said, both of them are going to be okay, and we have spoken and gotten information from them to help us in this investigation.
Now, as you heard in that video from the detective, there were 2 other shooting victims that weren't as seriously injured, so they took themselves to the hospital to be seen, and it seems like they're all good to go. But unluckily for Takeoff, he bore the brunt of this shooting attack. He was the person who ended up losing his life, and it has many people scratching their heads, asking questions and wondering why the rapper seems to always be the target in this situation. And how could somebody who's chilling in the cut, out of the way, not even in the argument, be the victim in this situation? A lot of people are calling foul and saying that there's something up in this situation as far as these guys supposedly being protected by mob ties, Jay Prince, or anybody in Houston. Because at the end of the day, if you're checking in, what is the benefit for the artist? What's the benefit for the rapper? Especially if you end up getting killed by the same people that are supposed to protect you. And that's where we get to the situation with Migo Bands. Now, Migo Bands is allegedly the person of interest. Nobody has named him specifically except for a few blogs out there, but Migo Bands seems to be the person that's in the pictures with Quavo, in the videos with Quavo, and at the dice game with Quavo. It would only make sense, right? And just because some people are pointing out Migo Bands as a person of interest doesn't make it fact. We'll wait until somebody is actually apprehended. But right now, the law enforcement are looking for somebody that was involved in this shooting and somebody that they saw on tape. And that person does resemble Migo Bands when you put all the factors together. Now, let's also listen to another clip from the press conference from the Houston PD yesterday.
But the officers arriving on the scene, initial statements from employees working at the establishment notified us that there was an incident that occurred after the party had ended. There was a private party that was booked out for the event. And then after that ended, there was a large group of people who gathered at the front door area just outside of the building. And it led to an argument where the shooting took place from the disagreement. A lot of the people that were there fled the scene and did not stick around to give a statement. So we're asking.
Now, amongst the people who are seen fleeing the scene, you can see Jay Prince Jr. walking out after the shooting had allegedly taken place. And he looked upset. And it also goes back to this checking in thing. If they were checking in and they were supposed to be good under the Rap-A-Lot Mob Ties umbrella, why is the person who's supposed to be looking out for their safety or their well-being leaving the situation after a shooting has taken place? According to reports, you have an A-list rap star who was shot in the head and torso, breathing his last breaths, and you're fleeing the scene and leaving the situation. It only makes you wonder how protected you really are in Houston when you're dealing with this organization. And this should be a wake-up call to all rappers to really think about their business relationships when moving around in these cities. Is there a problem with having business relationships, forming bonds, and making sure that you have some sort of safety net when you're out of town? No, there's not. But when there's a situation that could be de-escalated and no one steps up to make sure cooler heads prevail to prevent a tragedy like what went down, then maybe you signed up for something you really didn't understand about, and maybe all the other parties involved didn't have your best interests in mind.
We're looking for any information at this time, any videos, any information. We do know that the media has received a lot of phone calls, text messages, Twitter, tweets, Vines, videos. We need all of y'all to send those to us so we can solve this case. We're looking for anything to help us.
Now, according to that video, it seems like it's in the police hands now to solve this case and bring to justice whoever took Takeoff's life. But there was a series of bad situations and bad decisions that went on to lead up to this event. Now, there's a person of interest that's out there, and allegedly it's one of the Migos' own affiliates, one of their own group members, somebody from their team by the name of Migos Bands. And if that all proves to be true, imagine the internal discussions within the Migos team when you have somebody who acts as your security and is supposed to protect you, but ends up taking the life of one of the most important members of the group. This is a tragedy for the Migos team and their organization and QC, no matter how you chop it up. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think that all of this just doesn't make any sense and you still feel like the Migos might have been backdoored? And do you feel like maybe people are putting this on Migos Bands too early, putting his name in the mix and trying to make it seem like he shot Takeoff when it might have been another armed assailant that did it? Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you can get these updates. And we out of here. Peace.